Even without ever meeting, it is safe for me to assume I know this one thing about you. Hi, I'm Dr. Lindsay Ogle, and I'm a board-certified family medicine and obesity medicine physician, and I own a telehealth practice called Missouri Metabolic Health, where I serve patients all throughout the state of Missouri. So what's the one thing that I'm pretty sure that I know about you, even though we've never met? It's that you want to live longer and healthier lives. This is something universal that we all want. And it's important to note that we not only want to live longer, but we want to be able to be active and involved in our lives as we age. We want to have a clear mind and be able to communicate and understand what is going on with our friends and family and loved ones. We want to be able to play with our grandchildren, maybe even play sports like pickleball. There are so many things that we want to do as we get older. Another one that comes to mind is travel, but we have to invest in our health now so that we are healthy enough and capable enough to fulfill all of our dreams that we have for ourselves. There are relatively simple things that we can do on a consistent basis now, no matter what our age is, whether we're in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. There is not a wrong time to start these habits. And I'm going to go over 6 things that I recommend everybody does, no matter what your body size, no matter what your age, no matter where your health is at now. These things are going to help improve your health, help you live longer and better lives. Number 1, I want you to establish with a primary care doctor who you trust. Somebody who you know has a solid medical knowledge and education, but also compassion, and it listens to you and your concerns. Somebody who you can get in touch with and get in the office so you can have regular visits. I want you to see them ideally at least once a year for an annual wellness visit, where they can check in on your blood pressure, make sure your immunizations are up to date, make sure your cancer screenings are up to date, that you've had labs done so we make sure that your cholesterol is at a good level, your blood sugar is in a normal range, your kidney and liver function look great. These are things that are important to periodically check on over time, because the earlier we catch something being a little bit off, the easier it'll be to correct, whether that's through lifestyle changes or medication. But the earlier, the better to prevent complications. Number 2, I want you to move your body every day. And that can look different for different people. And you can start where you're at. So if you're not moving your body at all, it may be 5 minutes of activity, whether that's walking, going from a seated position to standing, back and forth as many times as you can. Do what you can do now, make a habit of it, and build up on top of that. In an ideal world, everybody is exercising at least 150 minutes a week, and there's a combination of cardiovascular exercise and resistance training or strength training. So 150 minutes a week could be 30 minutes 5 days a week. It could be an hour 2 days a week and a half hour a third day. It can be whatever works with your schedule. In an even more ideal world, you're exercising 300 minutes a week. But again, start where you're at and then build upon that. The big thing is developing the habit, teaching yourself that you are somebody who moves their body every day. We want a combination of cardiovascular and resistance exercise because they help us with different things. The cardiovascular activity helps protect your heart. It keeps it strong and steady as we get older. So examples of cardiovascular activity include walking, biking, running, swimming, elliptical. These are great and typically fairly easy to do, and you can get started with just a pair of tennis shoes. Resistance training can look different to different people. So oftentimes people immediately think of CrossFit gyms. And while some people enjoy this and it's very beneficial, it's not for everybody and it's not required for everybody. Resistance training can be as simple as body weight exercises, body squats and lunges, planks, push-ups and sit-ups. those all count as resistance training. And I'll link below a program that will help you if you have no experience with resistance training, the gym intimidates you, and you want to start something in the comfort of your own home at your level where you're at now. And it only takes 10 to 20 minutes, 2 days a week. It's a program called GLP Strong. You do not have to be on a GLP-1 agonist to participate in this program. One of my mentors in the obesity medicine world, she created this along with a trainer, and it's really to help encourage people who do not have that experience of resistance training to start. It eliminates all the barriers and you can start where you're at. So I'll have that link below. Number 3, adequate sleep each night. I'm gonna say at least 6 hours, but ideally closer to 8 if you can. Getting adequate sleep allows your body to rest, reset, rejuvenate. It's extremely important for longevity, living longer, but also for our health in the moment. You may notice that if you're not sleeping well, you're more irritable, you're hungrier, you're more likely to snack on unhealthy foods rather than eating the healthier foods that you really want to nourish your body. I have a whole video talking about sleep and how to improve your sleep habits. I'll also link that below so you can watch that and really learn how to improve your sleep and just a few easy steps that you can implement at any time. Number 4, drink plenty of water. This can vary from person to person exactly how much water that you need. And this is another thing that I want you to start where you're at. So if you're someone who is not drinking barely any water at this moment, that is okay. We have a lot of room where we can make improvement, and you can start with just keeping a little bit of a water bottle with you or a glass of water at your desk, and then setting an alarm. Every half hour, you're going to take a drink of that water and then slowly work your way up to where you're drinking more. And if you just really hate the taste of water, personally, I don't understand. I'm obsessed with water. I don't like to go anywhere without my water bottle. I am someone who is thirsty all of the time. But I know a lot of people don't like water, which is totally fine. We're all different. But you can add sugar-free flavoring to your water, and that can be, the packets, whether that has electrolytes or not in them, that is fine. Just make sure it's sugar-free. Or if you want to naturally flavor your water with lemon or cucumbers or fruits like strawberries or other berries, that is great to put in your water overnight and let it sit in the refrigerator and flavor it for the next day. Like I said, everyone's different. So we all have different body sizes, and our metabolism affects how much water we need. There are lots of variables here. The medications that we're taking impact it. You hear thrown around that everybody needs at least 64 ounces of water, but some need more than that. What I want you to look at for you, so you get immediate feedback on if you're hydrated or not, is to look at your urine. Is it a light yellow to clear? If so, you're drinking enough water. If it's darker than that, then you're dehydrated and you need to work on drinking more water. That is how you can individualize your hydration. Number 5, limit added sugars. And notice how I said limit, not eliminate. You, by all means, do not need to completely eliminate sugar to be healthy. In our modern society, it's very hard to completely eliminate added sugar, and that's okay. Just start to look at labels. Notice how much added sugar is in packaged foods. They're required to break down the natural occurring sugars and added sugars. And again, I specifically want you to look at the added sugars. While overall sugar intake, especially if you have diabetes, that's going to impact your blood sugar. But most impactful for general health is the added sugars. They give no additional health benefit, and so the least amount of those added sugars, the better. And then number 6, our last tip here is to avoid risky substances and behaviors. So this includes stopping smoking or never start smoking if you do not right now, chewing tobacco, Same thing there. Limiting or eliminating alcohol. Of course, smoking has been linked to lung cancer, but it's linked to many other types of cancers. Throat and mouth cancers, bladder cancer, kidney cancer. Alcohol has been linked to lots of different cancers, including breast and lung cancer, as well as throat and neck cancer and stomach cancer. So eliminating those substances is going to help lower your chances of developing cancer long term and extend your lifespan and improve your health. Other substances like cocaine and methamphetamines and opioids, of course, we want to limit those. If any of these things you are struggling with, talk to that primary care doctor that you trust, because we actually have really safe and effective medications for almost all of those substances that we can use to help you reduce or eliminate those substances. So again, touch base with your primary care doctor or find an addiction medicine specialist who will help you limit or eliminate those substances. And then other risky behaviors like unprotected sex, driving without a seatbelt on, those sorts of things you'll also want to eliminate to improve and expand your lifespan. So was I right? Do you want to live longer and fuller and healthier lives? I'm sure you do. And so I hope you found these tips helpful and actionable so that you can implement them and improve your health and longevity. I hope you subscribe so you can continue to learn more about your health. We are going to continue to talk about health and metabolic health throughout 2025. So I'm so excited to see you back next week. Take care.